Hi everyone. Our today's topic is decision tree induction. What is a decision tree here? A decision tree is a flow chart like a tree structure. What is a decision tree? It is a flow chart like a tree structure and which have the internal nodes. Okay, to test and attributes, branches to represent the outcomes of the test, and leaf nodes to represent the class labels of the attribute. Okay, this is the word decision tree here. For example, okay, assume, for example, this is the one of the decision tree here. So this decision tree has, okay, first one is root node. This is called or this is root node and some internal nodes. This is root node and these are the internal nodes. Okay, these are all internal nodes and at the end these are all the leaf nodes. These are all leaf nodes and each and every internal node may have two branches or two edges. I mean may have some edges. These are the edges of internal node 1 and 2. Okay, these are the two outcomes or two branches here. These branches are represent the, okay, which means outcome of a test. But at the each and every node here we are going to perform each and either at the root node and at the place of internal node here we are going to perform the tests on a given attribute. Okay, we will represent the attributes. Okay, so by representing those attributes here we are going to perform some kind of tests. So result of test would be represented in next level. So in the same manner here we are going to represent the final result in leaf nodes. Leaf nodes. These leaf nodes can be represented in a vowel symbol. Okay, these can hold the class labels. These can hold the class labels. Right. Class labels in the sense the results of a particular class attribute. Okay, what are the results which we want to find for that attribute? These leaf nodes only would give the class labels, right? Yes, no, or male, female, or pass, fail. Okay, these are all the some kind of outputs based on the for the class attribute, isn't it? So this is the one kind of decision tree. In this decision tree, here we are representing the internal nodes in the form of rectangular box, and the leaf nodes are represented by using vowels here. Okay, decision tree is a one kind of flow chart, or it's like a tree structure. So if you will observe this diagram, this is like one tree with root node and internal nodes, and after that here you are having leaf nodes. Each and every root node or internal nodes can be used to test a given attribute. So based on the testing, here you will get two branches or two outcomes. Okay, so this is the decision tree here. Why we call this tree structure, or this is decision tree in the sense, here you are representing all the class labels in leaf nodes, right? So based on these testings only, here at each and every level you are going to perform some kind of tests, isn't it? So based on testings, or based on checking on some attributes, here you are going to make some decisions on this particular data. Okay, by constructing one tree based on a previous data whichever we have. Okay, so based on previous data, in the sense, here you may say that it's a training data set. Based on training data set, here you are going to construct a tree. Okay, after constructing a tree, here you are going to find out some kind of class labels. So by based on those class labels, here we are going to take the decisions in real time. Okay, that's why you can call this tree as a decision tree. Okay, if new data set is there with us, we can apply that new data set into this particular tree on against this particular tree. Okay, by testing all attributes of that particular new data set, then it is going to give one kind of result to us. Based on that result, here we are making some kind of decisions, isn't it? So that's why we may call this tree as a decision tree, right? So right, next, the decision tree generation consists of two phases. Decision tree generation consists of two phases. The first phase is tree construction. Okay, second one is tree pruning. For the construction of tree, here you are going to take a training set of data. Training set of data in the sense, within that data set, you may have all the attributes information, including class attribute also. Okay, so by taking the training set of data, here we are going to construct a decision tree. That is the one of the phase for decision tree generation here. And coming to the tree pruning, second phase is a tree pruning. Tree pruning in the sense, after constructing a tree, here you are going to identify, okay, identify and remove the branches that reflects noise or outliers. Okay, after constructing a tree, here you are going to identify some branches from the tree to remove noise or outliers, which means in general, generally we may call tree pruning means we may say tree trimming also. Here we are going to cut or delete or remove unnecessary branches from the tree. Okay, then it would reduce the complexity of the tree. When after applying the tree pruning on that particular decision tree, then automatically it would reduce the complexity of a tree. Okay, so that's why here we are going for a tree pruning also. And next, use of decision tree. What are the uses of decision tree? Decision tree is used to classify an unknown samples. Okay, it is used to classify unknown samples. If you have a test set of data, if you have a test set of data, then you are going to apply the test data against the decision tree. On the decision tree, you may say on the decision tree, then it would give the results to us. Test set of data in the sense, the class under the class attribute, the class labels are unknown. You may have some unknown class labels are there in test set. If you want to find out those unknown class labels for a given data set, then you are going to use this decision tree, right? That is the main use of a decision tree here. Okay, in real time, for example, okay, this is a just general approach to solve a classification problem, right? In this figure, here you are going to construct a model, okay, based on the training set of data. By using training set of data, this training set of data, okay, have the 5 number of attributes here, okay, including class. So under this class, each and every record may have some class labels also. Okay, in training set of data, you have the complete information including the class attribute. Under this class attribute also, okay, you have so the training set may have, okay, already predefined class labels also under the class attribute, isn't it? So by using this, here you are going to construct a model. That model, now we may call that model is called a decision tree. What is this decision tree? Here you can this is the place you'll get. So in previous classes, we have learned, but based on this training set of data, here we are going to build a model. That model is also called as classifier. Here the classifier, one of the model is a decision tree. This decision tree is, okay, constructed by learning or by studying this training set of data. Okay, decision tree can be constructed based on this training set of data. Okay, after that, this decision tree is going to apply other set of data. That other set of data is called test set here. Okay, this is the test set. So why are we going to apply this decision tree on test set? Because to check whether the constructed decision tree is working accurately or not for the given data. Okay, to check the accuracy of the decision tree, here we are going to apply the test set of data onto the decision tree. Okay, till now in previous classes, we have discussed only one model is here. We are going to construct, here we are going to build one model by using a training data set. Okay, in this way we have communicated, but now what is that model? One of that model is a decision tree here. Clear? All right. Now we'll see one more training data set with us. This is the training data set, one of the training data set. So this training data set has the attributes of age, income, student, credit rating, and based on these four attributes, here you are going to classify the class labels. What is a class here? Whether that particular person is going, this particular person is buying a computer or not, that is a class attribute. Okay, buys computer is a class attribute here. Under this we are going to represent a class label. Class labels are, one is yes, second one is no. Okay, here each and every record is represented with the class labels itself. So this particular table is called a training data set. Okay, based on this training data set, here we are going to construct a one decision tree. Okay, by using these four attributes. These four attributes are going to use as either root node or internal nodes. Okay, but by say computer, this is a class label. Sorry, this is a class attribute, which means these are the this attribute class labels are coming under a leaf nodes. Okay, right. Let us see a decision tree for this table. Okay, this is the decision tree for that table, given table. So what is the class attribute? Class attribute is a by say computer is class attribute. Okay, and here the first attribute is age. Age is a first attribute, or it's a root node. Okay, it has three kind of values in training set of data. What is the first value? Less than or equal to 30, 30 to 40, greater than 40 years. These are the three kinds of values whichever we have in our training data set table, right? And if that particular person is less than or equal to 30 years, then whether this particular person is student or not. Now we are going to check one more condition. Okay, that condition is this person is student or not. If yes, he may buy a computer. Okay, if the age is less than 30 years, that too he is a student, then he may buy say computer. Okay, like this, here we are going to represent other nodes. What are the other internal nodes? 30 to 40. If their age is 30 to 40 means they will also buy a computer. If their age is greater than 40 years, if their age is greater than 40 years, then we are going to check one more attribute, that is credit rating. If the credit rating is excellent, he is not going to buy. If the credit rating is fair, then that particular person is also going to buy a computer, right? So in this way, we have constructed a decision tree, right? Yes, no, the final outcomes, okay, would be represented in the place of leaf nodes. This is the, okay, leaf nodes or external nodes. These nodes are the final outcomes, or you may say class labels of that particular table or data set, right? And now after constructing this decision tree, now you may, if you have a training set of data with you, then you are going to apply the training set of data on this particular decision tree to check the accuracy of this tree, to check the accuracy or to test the accuracy of this tree. If it is correctly classified, if it is correctly classified by all the records, then this is a accurate one. Otherwise, it's not that much accurate one, right? This is the example for decision tree. And here you have two more questions about a decision tree. How are decision trees used for classification? How are decision trees used for classification? How a decision tree classify the things? Okay, how it is going to classify? As we know that if you can apply a new set of new data, a new tuple or a new data record onto particular decision tree that is called X. Assume if you have a given tuple X, it's a new record for which the associated class labels is unknown. Okay, you have a X record. This X record doesn't have any class labels. Okay, the attribute values of the tuples are tested against the decision tree. The attribute values, whatever the other attributes are there, na, so those attributes are tested on that particular decision tree. Then a path is traced from the root to leaf node. A path is traced from root to leaf node, which holds the class prediction for the tuple. Okay, so finally, decision trees can easily be converted to class rules. So here we are going to test all the attributes from root node to leaf nodes. From root node to leaf nodes. In this way, we are going to classify the given new tuple or new record. Coming to the second one, why decision tree classifiers so popular? Why decision tree classifiers so popular? We have discussed in earlier classes. The model is also called as a classifier. What is a model? Okay, the constructed model from training data set is also called as a classifier. Now, the decision tree is one of the model, isn't it? So that's why we may call the decision tree is called decision tree classifier, right? Decision tree classifier so popular because this decision trees, okay, doesn't need any domain knowledge to construct a tree. Why these decision trees are popular? Because of it doesn't need any kind of domain knowledge or parameters parameter settings, okay, to construct a decision tree. This is one of the reason. Coming to the second reason, decision trees can handle multi-dimensional data also. Okay, it can handle multi-dimensional data. And the third point is the decision trees can be learned and learning and classification steps performed simple and fast. Okay, these can be learned the things from training set of data very fast and easily, as well as it is going to classify the new set of data, okay, is also very simple way and also fast. So these are the three reasons of decision trees are become so popular in today's scenario. Thank you.